Greetings, friends. Even the English language can reveal truth in Torah. For example, at Kennedy Airport in 1974, on our way to Israel with Rebbetzin Esther Youngrice, our first taste of Torah life, Zayda, Rebbetzin Youngrice's father, told us the following. He asked, "What can you learn from the word Israel?" Israel is real. The entire Torah is real. Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov walked through the land of Israel, and all that we learned in Torah really happened. Israel is real. Next week, we celebrate the Yom Tov called Purim. The Midrash tells us that Purim will be celebrated forever, even when other things may change. This we learn from a pasuk, a sentence in the Megillah, which says, quote, "The memory of Purim will never cease from among their descendants." Perhaps the eternal relevance of Purim has something to do with the fact that this is the hidden Yom Tov. The Yom Tov, the holiday during which Hashem's existence and his name are hidden. This seems to be the essence of our existence in this world. To find Hashem, even though he is hidden. We look around and we see nature, but within the material creation, we find Hashem. As King David says, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the expanse of the sky tells of his handiwork. Avraham Avinu found Hashem in the world when he had no tradition of Torah to guide him. He thought about the world and he realized that Hashem must exist. When he realized that, he looked for him and discovered him. And we learn from our father Abraham. This is the story of Purim. If we look in the Megillah, we will find Hashem. If we look in the events of our own lives, we will find Hashem. The Megillah reveals the essence of life. And the essence of life is to find Hashem in this world. There are two big events going on in the world right now. Purim, that's number one, and the war in Ukraine. Are they connected? I think so. And there's a certain siman, a certain sign, which seems to indicate that they are connected. Let's go back to the English language. Same is true in Hebrew. There are two words which are almost identical. Purim and Putin. Think about that. They're almost the same word with two letters switched. And by the way, the switched letters are very close to each other. R and T is one switch. M and N is the other switch. The letters are very close in the alphabet. What does the similarity of Purim and Putin tell us? The story of Megillah Esther concerns a dictator named Ahasuerus, who ruled over the entire world. An evil man named Haman was his viceroy. The two of them seemed invincible. A decree emanating from them seemed to be unstoppable. The Jews apparently had no chance. Yet, Mordecai, who stood at the palace gate, was unafraid. He refused to bow down to Haman. He lived by the pasuk, quote, "I have no fear. How can man affect me? Hashem is with me. Therefore, I can face my foes." Even though the world appeared black, Mordecai perceived Hashem in the darkness. Today, in our world, we have a dictator named Putin, who seems to believe that he can destroy other people's lives without consequence. His country is not being threatened, and he cannot plead self-defense. Hundreds of thousands of our brethren find their lives ruined and in danger of destruction. They're suffering terribly. But a dictator is not a free person. He thinks he's the ruler, but he's mistaken. Hashem is the King of Kings. Although Hashem is hidden, he rules the world. Everyone, including kings, including dictators, is responsible for his actions. Sometimes the consequences are quick in coming, and sometimes they are delayed, but they always come. The same thing is true in the land of Israel. People think they're free to mistreat the Torah and holy Torah Jews, but they are wrong. The consequences will come. Ahasuerus was forced to reverse his evil decree, Haman and his sons were hanged, they were destroyed. Vladimir Putin may think he's in charge, but he's flesh and blood. He's allowed to live only because Hashem gives him life. Rabos machshavos b'leiv ish. There are many thoughts in a man's heart, but only the counsel of Hashem will prevail. The dictator is a speck of dust in Hashem's world. Mordecai knew the truth. The light of truth is always shining, and it is our job to be guided by its brightness. That is why, to me, the similarity of the words Purim and Putin is significant. Just as in the days of Purim, a great redemption was about to occur, so too, in our own days, when the sounds of war echo throughout the entire world, we should know that a great redemption is near. May we see it soon in our days. Good Shabbos and good Yom Tov.